All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday night Fast Start training, the VIV Fast Start training for new consultants. If you're on this webinar, then somebody, either your upline or somebody that sponsored you, is really looking to help you get out of the blocks good here and get off and running quickly with your business. So what we do every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock is we have different trainers come on and we do what's called a Fast Start training. And this is just the general guidelines to really just start hitting your business hard, your VIV business, to give you some resources, to give you other people in the business, and to give you a little bit of a game plan so that you can instantly start producing in your business and recouping your investment and hopefully having a lot of success. So we keep this really simple, guys. This is going to be a working webinar, so we'll go through some content. And then we're going to actually ask you to start booking appointments, believe it or not. So that's how fast we go here. And even though we're in energy and travel and medical or some of these businesses, this is a very simple business model. All we're doing is learning a little bit about the products, getting a few customers, and then building a sales force by using your resources. So let me switch screens here and we'll get moving. All right, so step one in our new business here is really to get our new business partners off the ground. Now, this part should have already happened. If you're on this webinar, the person who signed you should have guided you to the website, shown you the website. We can look at that too as well, and really explain the products and help you get set up properly, get your Better Life bundle, right? One of the reasons why we highly encourage people to get the full bundle of products, even if you don't need them all, is number one, they're so heavily discounted. Even if you only need a few of them, it's still a great bargain. But number two is it's very hard to sell something or market something you have no idea about. So I would encourage you guys to have this duplicate. As you sign up, get that Better Lifestyle bundle, get into your back office, understand what they are, use the apps, get signed up for this stuff. So the person who signed you should have already gone through this step. If there's somebody here that didn't happen, we can review it. So just kind of mentally hold that note for now. And step two is to really get familiar with the key points of the back office. Now, we can go into that a little bit too. If the person who signed you up didn't really help you with that, we can get into that in a minute. But step three, guys, is really the most important part of this. And what I'm going to do now is actually stop sharing for a second, right? Because we can use this for the same thing. We can see each other here. Where did my master? There you go. There's Mr. Cloutier. So, guys, if you don't know me, right, my name is Brian Dalmasso, and I've, we're trying to lead the charge here in Massachusetts and just really be a resource for people. So I'm going to type my name in the chat and give you my phone number. And the point is for this, guys, I want you to have resources that you can feel comfortable using. Now, we're not secretaries. We're not here to, do paperwork and show you things you can find yourself in the back office. We're here to help you show this business to other people, help you maybe close deals, maybe do a customer deal with you. We're here to help you. We're here as resources to help you build your business, but we're not here to do the business for you. We're here to do it with you, if that makes sense. So if you guys don't have my info, there it is. Feel free to shoot me your name and a text and information. And I also want to introduce you to one of my business partners, Kenny Cloutier, up there and he's in the upper right-hand corner for me. He's a smiley guy with the dimples, very helpful. Him and I are a lot of business together, and that's his phone number here. So one of the things we should be doing, guys, is when we have new business partners, we want to reach out to other people in this community and get our brand new people connected to them. And we usually do this with three-way calls. We'll get on a phone call. So let's say you're sponsoring somebody brand new. You could be able to play this recording of this training and then reach out to me or Kenny and then introduce them to us via three-way call. And we'll ask them a little bit about themselves. We can answer questions, just really get them comfortable with the resources. And that's how you guys are going to have the most success, is by using your resources. So step number three is very, very critical when you're signing a new business partner, is to network them to some other VIV associates or VIV consultants. Let me go ahead and share the screen again. All right, so step four is very important too, and I'll ask you guys all of this, is we don't want to force our goals down people's throats. I don't sign people and then force my, my vision down their throats. I do highlight what I'm doing in this business and why I got into it. I tell my story and where I'm going, but I don't try to make my goals their goals. And this is very important because I actually used to do this. I used to assume that everybody that came into this business wanted to run right to the top and get to 7 figures, and that's not the case. Some people just want to come in for the social aspect and make a few bucks. Like some people are retired and they just want to socially reach out and have a business. They can make a few bucks, build a small sales team, and that's fine. So we're just really here to help you guys get what you want out of this business. And we can help you with that. And a little bit later on, I'll ask somebody what you want out of this. Because once somebody tells me what they want out of it, I can help them craft a business plan, like a minimum daily method of operation, a minimum weekly method of operation. So if somebody tells me they want to make $5,000 a month, I can show them exactly how to do it, what it's going to take, and what the timeline is. And then we can see if it's in alignment with what they're going to do. Right? If somebody says, "Oh, I'd like to get to $5,000 a month in the next 6 months," and they're only going to spend an hour a week, that's not going to work. And I'll highlight that. I say, well, that's not realistic in this business model. I can get you to $5,000 a month, and I can do it in 6 months, but it's going to take more than an hour a week. So we can work on that a little bit later here. But we really want to ask them what they want out of it and help them create a plan. And that's where we come in. If you're brand new, you're not going to be able to create that plan. Have one of us, help train that person. What we're going to do here, guys, especially for the new people, is I want you to have a notepad, right? And I want you guys, we're going to go off share here again and go right to the screen. And guys, if possible, please put your camera on so we can see you guys. We want to get to know who you are and be able to see your faces. So I want you brand new guys to take out a notepad and make a list. And this is the working part. This is why it's a fast start training. I want you to go through your phone, open up the letter A, and make a list of 20 people that you would like to be in business with or that you think might have an interest in seeing this. Now, I don't want you to go too crazy pre-qualifying people, but the goal here I want this to be very fast too. I don't want you to think too much about the people because you need practice, number one. You need to reach out to people. We need to get out of your comfort zone. And we want to build a list of 20 names. So I can give you guys some hints and some tips onto certain types of people that might naturally be good at this. Number one, any friends and family. Most people have partners in crime, buddies, people they want to be in business with. Now, some of your friends may, laugh you right out of the room, but that's okay. We still need to be able to show this business and practice, right? Our family, we can practice on our family, showing this business model. Other than that, some people that are sort of naturally good at this business are like realtors. If you guys know any realtors, I would write them down. If you know any insurance agents, I would write them down. Anybody that's in construction, any builders, plumbers, electrician, any tradesmen, carpenters, any kind of business whatsoever. Anybody that owns their own business are good people to potentially show this business. School teachers are very good to show this business. They're natural educators, right? That's what we're doing is we're learning a business and then we're showing people how to do the same thing, but it's at like a 6th grade level, right? Now, so the thing I want you guys doing here, I don't want you just looking back at me at the screen. I want you writing down names, opening up your phones, writing down a list of 20 people. Because again, this is going to be a working webinar. Kenny, what are some other examples that you can think of really anybody, daycare providers, stay-at-home moms. There's nobody that's really not good for the fit because we have so many different products. I'm just trying to think if I'm missing anything off the cuff here.
No, it's pretty much anybody. I mean, you just got to build that relationship with someone and people that you know, people that you don't even know. Just be genuine and just, share something with them. Say, hey, like I have something I'd love to share with you. When can we grab a coffee or a beer or something like that? And don't try to change who you are. Just be like you always say, hey, knucklehead, what's going on? How you been? Don't try to be like all professional right off the bat. And you don't need to know everything because then if you sit with somebody, they think they need to know everything. But use your resources like us, There's really no limit.
Well, let me ask this a different way. And I was just thinking of some. What is the most obscure way that you've met somebody and they've come into business?
Obscure?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of guys that come on our site, you know.
Well, that's an easy one. Yeah, if you're working, so Kenny and I, we build homes together, and we have people come to us all the time. People trying to sell us on their services. So that's a really good one. Anybody that you buy things from is a very good person to show this business. If you're buying supplies from somebody, if you're buying supplies at a store, they can be an energy customer. Those are good people to show the business. I had somebody cold call me on a sales call, and by the end of the phone call, they were an associate, right? People, the universe is always sending us leads. A lot of times we just hang up on them. I've been at a restaurant. I've sponsored waitresses and waiters. I don't think I can think of one place. I've been in a Home Depot and met somebody and sponsored them. There's people just everywhere. You guys just got to open up your awareness of how to meet people. But as it stands for now, guys, we're just talking about your phone. Open up your phone. Start with the letter A. Let me pick on somebody. Hey, Gerardo, why don't you open up your phone and let me see. Start to read off some of the names that start with the letter A.
Right. I just went ahead and I was already writing some down.
Oh,
and
perfect.
the people that came into mind are some people in the financial services niche, and
Yeah.
I've never really known how to provide services to them. So I've written all their names down because I have a lot of people in my contact list.
Oh, perfect.
In that niche. So I went ahead and I just wrote. Right now I have 6 people in that niche. So I'll just go down the list and build some more.
Okay, yeah, I want you guys to quickly get to 20 names. The
All right.
universe loves speed, and I don't want you to think too much about them because I really want you to understand this. You guys need practice, right? You're going to need to get out in front of people. Some people are going to say, no, that's okay. We need to practice. So I almost don't even care who these first 20 people are. I don't want you to be tied to results on if they join your business or not. These are just people that you know that you could reach out to that you have a good chance of getting in front of. Does that make sense, guys? And this is why we do the fast start training, is because we can tend to have blinders, especially when we start the business, on who I'm going to approach and what am I going to say. I don't want you worrying about any of that. We're going to teach you what to say. Right now we just need bodies. Who can you reach out to that you have a pretty good shot of getting in front of? You said, hey man, listen, I got a business idea I want to run by you. I don't know if it'd be a fit or not, but I'd really appreciate you taking a look. Let's grab a coffee. People like that. And hey, Brad, can you hear me, buddy? You on?
I am on. Yep.
Sweet, because you just joined last week, right?
No, I think it's been like 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay, so you're a couple weeks in, but you haven't been on a fast start.
I have not.
Okay,
Nope.
perfect. So, how many names you got?
I haven't written them down, but I certainly have been looking through my phone. I can't show you it because I don't have a camera on my laptop, but
No, that's fine. I want to get to again with the fast start training. I want to get you guys back to basics. I want you, when you sponsor somebody new, to force them to write these down. Not in a violent way.
It's easier to do that if I do it myself.
Yeah, not in a violent way. This is we all get caught up in blinders and the knowing doing gap, right? The biggest thing I want to do is show somebody how to be successful. And like I said, guys, these are not my methods. This is not my system. This is duplication in network marketing, because this will happen. You'll start somebody new, and we'll say, yeah, we'll get to the fast start, and then we don't, and then we say, let's write down a list of names, and then they don't, and then 4 weeks go by, and you know how it works. So I really want to beat this into you guys so that you do the same thing with people that you're starting. So I'm not trying to pick on you.
Well, I will say that I do have a list. It's just not from this phone, and it's in Excel or Word that I could pull up fairly quickly.
Okay, so you do have a list going.
Yeah. It's not what you had just said, like right now, start with your phone, pull up a list, like start writing a list. I haven't done that while we've been on this training, but I do have a list going.
Okay, my apologies. Is it something that you can pull up? Because we're gonna start blitzing from that list tonight too.
I am opening Word right now.
Sweet. All right, so how many people are on that list?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16.
Okay, let's try and push it to 20.
Yeah, what I actually have been doing to come up with my list is looking at the frequently contacted, when you go to Facebook chat, the top portion of that are the people you talk to most regularly.
Sure.
That's where I've been starting to come up with my people, the ones I talk to most often.
Yeah, that's a good place to start. But thinking about the training that we were just on, if our goal is to reach out to 20 people a day, I'm going to show you how to do that in like a half hour. It's going to be fast. Right?
Yeah, and I already had, I already had two that I hadn't written down here that I had already, one of them I've already briefly spelt out, and then another one I want to, who's a realtor.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna show you how to reach out to a lot of people in a short period of time. So this is why we want to start with a decent list when we're fast start training. How's everybody else doing? Is anybody else getting stuck with if you're brand new making that list of 20 people? All right, let me go back to the slide here.
Oh, here we go. Okay, there's my 20th.
There you go. Perfect. All right, so the whole point is to get a short list, right? Make a list of top people I'd like to be in business with and some potential customers too. And what we're going to do now is we're going to text split. So I'm going to skip item 6 right now, and I'm going to go through the rest of these. Then we're going to come back to text splitting. All right, guys? Item number 7 is to give you guys some materials in network marketing. All right, let me do this. Let me go to a web share.
Brian, I'm going to throw some text scripts in the chat that we had come up with a while back.
Perfect.
By the way, Brian, you had said you don't want to embarrass me. I cannot be embarrassed. So it is an impossibility. Many people have attempted it, and it cannot be done.
I love it. You're a man after my own heart.
I can vouch for that, Brian.
I'm literally unoffended myself.
Oh, geez, Russ Kennedy, what's he doing here?
All right, guys.
Hey, Brian, can
you guys see this page here?
Yep.
Network Marketing Pro, yeah?
Yep.
So this is a site, right? And this is what I would suggest to do, because this is what I did 4 years ago, and it made me the top recruiter in the whole company with a 5-hour-a-week business model, is I got this book. I got the CDs. I signed up for this guy's site. Named Eric Worre. He teaches network marketing at a 7-figure level, network marketing professional. And when you sign up for this little $6 book of what it is, you get on his mailing list, right? And get daily business building tips, right? Download Eric's podcast. This guy has decades worth of free material in the profession of network marketing. Now he has paid content too, and believe me, there's things in there, and he has courses for 7-figure earners, but he has so much value and free content. If you can just get this book and read it over and over and over, or get the MP3s. I mean, I was told by a 6-figure a month earner to get this information and listen to it 100 times as fast as possible. Now, because I desired to get to 6 figures a month, I did not question that man's advice. I took his advice. I went to the site. I got the book. I still have it. And I've read it and listened to it well over 100 times. And I became a network marketing professional, right? So it really depends on your level. But I would say this is the bare minimum. You guys need something other than us to educate yourselves in the profession of network marketing. And this is one of the things I suggest. We also have a suggestion. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it up. I'll try to pull this up. Let me see what I get. All right, can you guys see this here, this Ray Higdon?
Got it.
Yes, no, yes?
Yep.
All right, so Ray Higdon is another network marketing professional. Now, the difference between Eric Worre and Ray Higdon, Eric Worre teaches traditional professional network marketing, which is warm market, which is where I suggest to start. You don't want to go right to cold market, in my opinion. Now, some people say, well, I don't have a warm market. It's because they don't understand what that means. Your warm market is your phone, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, every single email you have, wedding albums, high school yearbooks, classmates.com. There's thousands of people in your warm markets if you understand where to look at them. So Eric Worre starts with warm market. Ray Higdon has built an empire purely on social media. He's more of a current, newer age, using, Facebook, social media. Brilliant guy. He's a friend of mine. And so this is another site you can sign up for. You can go to rayhigdon.com. You can sign up for Rank Makers. Now, the difference is Rank Makers, I think, cost $20 a month, which is pennies. They give you daily action steps, though. If you literally just do what this man says, you will win at a high level in network marketing. So between these two sites, guys, or both of them, there's the professional network marketing advice and information. That's really all you need. I have a ton of other information, but to get started, between those two sites, that's all you need. The other thing, again, you want to get used to your front office here, right? And I highly recommend you need to go into each product, right, and get familiar with the products. Every product has a little customer video. You should have your own bundle, right? Everybody here should have their own bundle if we're trying to market these products. And you want to log into your back office as well. And you want to go under products and services, right? Can you guys still see this okay?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. You want to go back here and understand and activate your accounts, right? I'm not going to do this here, but it's all point and click. You click on the account. It shows you how to enter your Social Security and your credit cards and the different things you need. Make sure you guys take the time for your business to get familiar with these products so that you're a little bit more comfortable marketing them. Now, by marketing them, I don't mean that you're explaining them. I mean you know how to go to your website and push play on a button, right? Push play on a video and then use your resources. So I'm not saying that you want to become experts in these categories. I'm saying you want to be able to come to these places, go to your home website, scroll down here, click on autopilot, and play a video, right? This is how you get an autopilot customer.
Hey, so you may already know this, but you could be saving hundreds on your electricity bills if you live in one of the many states that allow you to shop around.
Right? We play a video, we have them pull out their bill, we answer a few questions, we sign them up. Straightforward. And if you're not sure how to do that, have the person who sponsored you help you sign your first couple of customers, whatever the product is. All right, so again, this is not going to be a deep dive into the website. This is a fast start training. So let's get back to it.
Hey, Brian.
Oh, hello, what do we got?
It's me, Russ. How you doing, bud?
What's up, brother?
I just had two lightning quick things.
Sure.
First being circling back to the Rank Makers and Ray Higdon thing. Before Rank Makers even existed, two teams in the top three for a business that Brian and I were a part of. Two of the three teams, big players, studied and went to see Ray Higdon and listen to his content and stay out there and be part of his seminars. Two of the top three. And I mean, they were, $1 million income earners. So, I mean, what his stuff does work. And these are people that were, 15, 20 years older than Ray, taking in the new age stuff, not being, can't teach an old dog new tricks. They want it in. So, learn from new age and it's working for them in new businesses. And the other thing is reaching out, some of you that are getting your list together. If some of you are out there actually seeing these people, if they're customers of yours or clients, myself, the quick example, actually Brett knows this woman, her name's Nancy Doobie. I was pouring a pad for her hot tub because she has issues with her neck and things, and the hot tub they said was going to help. Well, guess what? The energy bill is skyrocketing and she knew it. I said, Nancy, you know what? I appreciate you and your business. You know, we poured the pad. It's going to help you. It helped me in the pocket. I'm going to help you and shave some of that money that's coming in on your energy bill. Let me show you something. And I got Lisa on the phone. We got her the information, and within a couple of days, she was a customer. And that was just my thank you to her for earning her business in my masonry business. It seems like a double dip, but it's actually helped her. So just one way to
Yeah, this I appreciate you sharing this story, because it's true. This business is all around us. You guys are going to find that. Initially, you might think, well, this is a separate business. It's really not. I mean, I get paid to live. I am doing this and other businesses all the time. I go to the gym. I meet people. I have things I can offer, right? This business is all around you. That's why it's very important to stay connected to us at first. You guys can develop your own strategies, your own plans, but I think you'll do well if you take our years of experience and what works and at least start there, you know. And we have a 7 o'clock training for that's a little more advanced for pace setters, and then this here is a fast start. So what I want to do, guys, before we go forward is let's do some text blitzing. Right? The whole purpose of this is to get brand new people booking appointments. And it's okay that it's 8:30. People will either answer or they won't. I want you to get in the habit of sending texts. So what we're going to do, and if you guys can see the chat, what I want you to do is open up to one of those first contacts, and you guys will help you craft the text, but it's going to be something like this. I'd be like, hey, Kenny, how's it going, bud? Listen, are you still in construction? If I hadn't seen him in a while. Listen, I got a business idea I want to run by you. I'm not sure if it'd be a fit or not, but I'd love to catch up and see what you're doing. Would you have time one night this week or over the weekend we could grab a coffee? Or do you have time one night this week or over the weekend we could get on a Zoom meeting? Or do you have time one night this week or over the weekend we get on a phone call? You want a call to action at the end of it, right? So you guys can see a chat there. So I want you to open up your phone to that first contact in your list, and we're going to craft a text together. Now, since Mr. Brett is one of our newer victims here, Brett, you want to highlight the person you're going to reach out to, and let me see if I can help you craft a text.
Sure. Hang on. I got to just go from window to window here. Let's say I'm going to reach out to one of my realtor friends.
Okay. How old are they?
Probably 30.
Okay.
30-ish.
Man or woman?
Woman.
And what's the relationship? Friend, acquaintance?
Probably between acquaintance and friend.
Okay.
So a little more than an acquaintance, but
somewhere in the middle. Sure. When's the last time? What's the frequency of contact, and how often do you contact?
a little bit of chatting on Facebook, probably 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. So you know the point here. What I'm trying to get is that Brett knows she's in real estate, so he's not going to say, "Hey, are you still in real estate?" That wouldn't make sense, right?
Correct.
So what we're going to do is we always want to tie this. We're going to give you a couple of approaches. We want to tie this to what they're doing. And so, what's her name?
Nicole Proctor. And you guys know her?
I think Kenny does.
You're laughing.
No, this is perfect. So I'd reach out and say, "Hey, Nicole, it was great catching up with you the other day, because you said you had something the other day, right? It was great chatting the other day. So listen."
Yeah, just her daughter's 2-year birthday party.
Oh, perfect. It was great catching up the other day. Listen, because you're in real estate, it made me think of something. I have a business idea I want to run by you. So I want to tie it to real estate.
Yeah.
And the other thing, guys, when you're writing text, I want you to understand something that we call visual flow and auditory flow. Now, visual flow is going to look like this. I would say, "Hi, Nicole, space."
Now you're specifying text. Are you really specifying text as opposed to?
I'm absolutely. That's a great question. I'm specifying text for many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Emails are highly ineffective. Phone calls are almost obsolete.
I wouldn't use email.
Yeah.
I have more Facebook Messenger.
Facebook's okay, but people are texting is the most highest impact thing. You can do that on the Messenger, especially if you communicate with her a lot that way, she'll probably respond.
Right. Correct.
For me
Like,
personally,
for me, Facebook Messenger is always better because I get it on my phone and on my laptop. A lot of people, like, if you text them and they're sitting in an office, they might not see the text. So
okay,
that's
you could go either way on that. If you in your network are more used to that, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's really, I guess that's a preferred method. For somebody like me, I don't check my messenger that much. I see it and I ignore it, but my text is like, that's my client hotline.
Right.
So whatever, either way would be fine. But I would reach out and say, hey, Nicole, it was great catching up the other day. Listen, because you're in real estate, it made me think, right? And I would put a space, and I have a business idea I want to run by you, and then another space. My point is you want each sentence to have a space after it. It's called visual flow. It's part of copywriting. We don't want to write a block text.
Yeah.
People tend to ignore those. So we want one thing to lead to the next thing. We don't want to blab on we want the short and sweet.
Yeah.
Now, somebody like her, I would say something like this. So I would say, I'm not sure if it would be a fit or not. And there's a ton of things going on with that phrase. It comes from How to Win Friends, Influence People. There's a lot of neuro-linguistic programming in it.
Sure.
It lowers people's walls. I'm not texting somebody saying, oh, my God, I got this thing you'd be great at, which throws their walls up like, what is this person trying to get me into?
Right.
I'm actually saying quite the opposite. I said, listen, Nicole, and it's very conversational. You're in real estate. I got a business idea I want to run by you. I don't know if it'd be a fit or not, but I'd love to catch up and run it by you. Love to catch up and see if it's a fit. And I use phrases like that. I'd love to catch up. I don't say, would you like to book a scheduled appointment? Right?
Yeah. Too formal, businessy. Yeah.
It can be. Now, it depends on the relationship, but you already told me the relationship, so that's why I'm giving you this language.
Right.
Certain relationships, it would be that. If it was very cold and it was a CEO of a company, I would talk differently. So auditory flow, visual flow is breaking it up into little chunks.
Yeah.
So I always have a greeting. I always relate it to the industry they're in. I always use this. I have a business idea I want to run by you. I never say opportunity. Sometimes I'll use the phrase, I'm not sure if it would be a fit or not. Like when I texted Kenny for the first time, I knew this was a fit, so I'm not going to say that.
Right.
He's my best friend. I knew he's going to, like him and I do everything together. So, but if you think somebody might be a little skeptical, or if it's a little bit of a cold relationship, that's why I put that phrase in there. It's going to lower her walls. I don't know if it's a fit, but it's definitely worth checking out. I'd love to catch up and see what you've been up to. Now, Brett, do you think she would respond more to grabbing a coffee or getting on a Zoom meeting or a phone call?
I think Nicole might probably respond to grabbing a coffee because, as Kenny certainly knows, I'm a general contractor as well. We have chatted. Nicole and I have chatted about maybe starting a networking group, a few other things.
It. Yeah, you want to meet for coffee. Yeah,
getting together for coffee would be more what she would probably be expecting.
Perfect. So that's how I would end it. I would say, what night, or would you have time one night this week or over the weekend? So the whole point is over the next 7 days. Now, it's going to be based on your schedule and your perception of their schedule. So she's a realtor, so she works for herself. You might grab lunch, or you might grab breakfast even. You need to tell me what the best time is. But I would say something like that. Would you have time, one morning or one night this week where we could grab a coffee? And then
she's got a 2-year-old, so.
Yep. So give her some outs, but don't leave it open-ended. This is just professional business. Sometime over the next 7 days is what you want. And you don't want to be too narrow either. You don't want to say, do you have time tomorrow? Because she's going to write back and say no.
Well, I've already got a coffee meeting tomorrow.
Exactly.
I should add him to my list to talk to.
Yeah,
haven't actually done that yet.
Yeah, this is Brett. I appreciate your role playing because this is a perfect example on all of this. And then the last thing I would say, I hope all is well with you and your family. Or I really look forward to catching up. Or I really look forward to seeing what you've been up to. So,
yeah, like I kind of threw another sentence in there already. Like it was great seeing all the pictures of your daughter's birthday party.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yep,
making
perfect.
it a little personal but short. Yeah.
The one thing we want to avoid, though, that's perfect. We want to avoid like 3 paragraphs trying to catch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So you guys can see in the chat box over here that Kenny gave a version, but we just kind of crafted a different one, and then I would send that. Now, the other thing you want to do, Brett, is that whole string, cut, copy, and paste that into a digital text editor. Because the next time you come across your list and you have a realtor and something, you can copy that whole thing and just change some wording and send it.
Right. Yeah, because you know, I'm a big BNI guy from the past.
Yeah.
So I probably have 200 realtors in my contacts.
Oh yeah. So we want each one to be different, but you don't want to type every single word for 200 people.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people, again, having done so much networking over the years as opposed to network marketing. I'm really into seeing what each person might fit best for them for the conversation.
Sure.
Kind of like you and I are doing. Like, what are maybe a few key things to say to her that would trigger her wanting to sit down for a few minutes? Yep. Not every realtor is going to be the same. Not every contractor is going to be the same.
That's 100%.
Some might want texting. Yep. Some might not want texting. Some might want in person. Some might not want in person.
Yep. And that's the difference. So we have different ways. So because you're going for coffee, when you sit for coffee, we can talk about what that looks like. But for right now, guys, I want you guys to try and send at least 10 texts. I mean, the only reason I said 10 is because it's 8:40. Normally, I would say, 20. And Brett, a guy like you, you're going to book appointments pretty easy because it's your profession.
Right.
So, guys, Brett probably doesn't need to send more than 2 texts, 3 texts tops to get an appointment. And correct me if I'm wrong, Brett, but I already know your calendar's probably booked. So everybody has different ratios. Most people need to send 20 texts, 10 to 20 texts in order to get a booked appointment, and that's okay.
I finally, like I said, I with Lisa on the previous call.
Yeah.
I haven't sent out that many contacts to people, but each one has viewed the video. We've gotten them on the phone with Lisa, and hopefully is moving forward.
No, that's perfect, because the idea, we're part-time, and I don't know what your goal is. I'm assuming it's probably 3 to 5 appointments a week.
At least, yes.
Yeah, the goal is to get, let's say, 5 appointments a week. If you can text 5 people and get 5 appointments, hallelujah.
Yeah.
Most people cannot. Most people, to get 5 appointments, need to text upwards of maybe even 50 people. And that's okay.
Again, I'm cherry picking in the beginning the ones I know are going to meet with me. Whether it's because they see my name and it's like, okay, it's Brett, I'm going to sit with him because it's Brett.
Right.
And I know that at some point, of course, I'm going to reach the point where it's not going to happen that way.
Of course, yep.
I'll use those people up.
You'll need to up your numbers as your ratios, because you're going through people that are going to sit, and that's the logical thing to do. So,
right.
So, Brett, so let's shift gears to maybe Geraldo. Let me see if we can start crafting one with you. Matt, did you have something?
Yeah, I just wanted to share real quick. Keep in mind, when someone is new, oftentimes it is pretty easy to book appointments. So I just came from a training. I just literally fast start trained somebody, and we made the first 2 appointments before I even left. Okay, and it only took 2 text messages to book two appointments. Okay,
Yep.
So in the beginning, it can be easier for some, and as you go along and go through your warm market, you may find yourself doing 50 texts, to fill up your week. So
yeah, and that's 10 texts a day. It's a simple thing to do. So Geraldo, why don't we start with your first victim, buddy? Let's shoot out a text, and you're a couple hours behind us anyway, so it's still daylight, which is good.
Yeah, I already went ahead while we were talking right now. I went ahead and sent 3 messages.
Okay.
And my next person that I have in mind, he's in Forex. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
So he has his own sales team. Yeah, Forex trading.
Yeah, very.
And so here in my city, he has a group of about, I'm gonna say, like 20 people in his team. So I thought that'd be a great person to bring on and recruit.
That would be an amazing
I was thinking of just giving a call to him because I know him pretty well. So, or
you can give a call. The only thing I want to highlight, being brand new, is what we want to do is follow a process, because if you call him, unless you're really strong, he's going to pull all kinds of information out of you. It may go all over the map.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, there's a definite process to what we're doing here. What we want to do is peak information, set an appointment. What we're not doing is trying to explain this business over the phone.
Right.
That's one thing we're definitely not doing. We want to we want to let videos or business partners like myself, Kenny, Matt, Eric Reed, we want to let somebody else or some other thing give the business model overview.
Yeah.
So it's great. If you're good on the phone, you can call them and say, hey, brother, listen, I got a business idea I want to run by you. Let's grab a coffee. As long as he can't pull it out of you, what's it about? And you start saying, well, it's about this. Well, give me a little more information. Well, and then you start telling them all about the business, because that absolutely won't work. I mean, it may work once, but it's not something you want duplicating.
Right. Yeah, I did set up 2 appointments with Jenny, and those were set up by me just giving a call to people. But right now I just focus on texting.
Okay. Well, tell me a little. I mean, maybe tell me a little bit about those phone calls, because that may be a great method. I'd like for people to hear how you controlled the call, booked an appointment without telling them about the business. What were, if just real quick,
So I reached out to people that I was close with. I have a friend that he was into entrepreneurship with me 2 years ago, and we started off together, and he kind of stayed behind. So I gave him a call because we're pretty close, and
very cool.
I gave him a basic rundown of the business. Didn't give too much information, and he was interested. I told him it was residual income, and it was like solar companies, and he was interested. So he got on a call with Jenny, and he said he's gonna come on, but right now he doesn't have the money, so he's waiting until his paycheck to come onto the team.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't give too much information. And
well, let me just highlight a couple things. So, because what'll happen, even if you probably piqued his interest, which sounds like you did, if we start leaking out too much information, even like the solar thing, if he's ever had any kind of a bad experience in solar, he's gone. And VIV is not a solar company.
Yeah, there's other services too.
We have a dozen products, right?
Right.
And this is why initially, guys, it's better if we can pique interest and let the videos that we have. Now we do have several videos, and I encourage you to watch them and see which one resonates with you the most. And there's more coming. Or a business partner, like that guy you mentioned from Forex, Gerardo. Quite honestly, he sounds like an A player.
Yeah, he is.
And if he is, what I want you to do is book a Zoom meeting with you and I and him, and I'll present the business with a slide deck presentation.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll text him and we'll get that set up.
If you think that would be of value, because I have a small partnership in a Forex company that we're working with. So I speak Forex.
Right.
Right. So a guy like him that's running a big sales team, well, I'm running 14 revenue streams. I'm going to be able to relate to him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you call him and you leak a couple of things, if he gets a whiff of anything in the wrong direction, I already know this guy's busy. I already know he's a hustler. There's certain things that I know he'll respond to, and certain things I know he'll run for the hills for, just from the couple little information you gave me,
Right. So yeah, I'll just pique his interest and set up the Zoom call with you, and then we'll go from there.
Perfect. So there's a lot of ways to show the business, guys, and some of it can be one-on-ones with some of us if it's certain people, if that makes sense. So it sounds like you're off to a good start, Gerardo. But so the different ways we can show the business, we can set a phone call or a Zoom meeting or a coffee, and then 9 times out of 10, the best thing you can do is show a video. We have little 15-minute videos that highlight the business, and then have one of us queued up for a 3-way call. So Gerardo, it would be me or Jenny or Matt or Kenny, right? Hey, Matt, can you type your information in the chat, brother? Initially, guys, you're going to have a much higher closing ratio if you can get one of us involved. And I'm not bragging. It's people will listen to us more than, it's a third-party verification. Right. So if you have somebody in real estate, well, I'm in real estate too. I have my real estate license. We build homes. I can speak that language, I'm going to be able to get in there and speak to their paradigms about how they can weave this business in. You just sold a home, you can discount their energy. You're a realtor, you have a whole network of realtors, you can build a sales team pretty easy, right? Now, if it's a 30-year-old fitness model, Jenny's going to do the call, right? Certain things, Kenny's better. So it's important for you guys to learn a little bit about us so you can figure out which one of us can mirror your prospects the best so that we can all work together as a cohesive team and help you guys close more deals. Does that make sense?
Sounds good.
Perfect. Thanks for role playing along. So who else is brand new that wants a little bit of help sending a text? Nobody else brand new. Dan, are you a seasoned veteran, or you look like a new guy? Oh, I think you're muted. There you go.
No, I'm very, very new.
Oh, perfect.
Just signed up a couple days ago.
Okay, who'd you sign up under?
It would be Mr. Kennedy.
Oh, perfect.
Although I don't think he signed me up under him, but he's the one who brought me into.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we're all. One of the things you'll see there is we are a community of people helping people, including building the businesses. So if you're somebody that's working, as we're recruiting other people, we'll help you guys. We'll help you help yourselves. We're not going to build your business for you, but so that's what happened there. So why don't you? Who's the first person on your list?
First person on the list. I'm just listening right now.
Did you just jump on a couple minutes ago, or have you been on the whole time?
I was on in the beginning, but I was having dinner, and then I started listening towards the end.
Okay. Make sure to grab the recording when we're done. Russ will get it out to you. And Russ, make sure you get with Dan and sort of run through this fast start again, because one of the things we do, Dan, in the fast start is we go right to booked appointments. We build a list, and we start helping you reach out to people. Do you have anybody in mind that you think might be a good fit for this business?
Well, my background is B&I, and so
Okay.
so right now that's a huge network right there.
Okay, so just one person off the top of your head. I want you to role play with me and open up your phone and send one text. It looks like in the background it's still daylight where you are. Where are you?
Oh, no, I'm in Massachusetts.
Okay. Well, it's 9 o'clock. I don't know. Yeah, but what about like a best friend or something? Somebody you're not going to offend. Because you need practice anyway. I don't care if this person comes into business. I want to get you guys in the habit of the language and what to say and how to say it and stuff.
Okay. I'll go with my best friend Alan.
Okay. What does Alan do?
He's a civil engineer.
Oh, sweet. I used to be in that industry too. So I would be a good third-party call for him.
Oh, okay.
Right? And that's why we get on these too. You get to mirror and see who's good for what. So I was in that space for several years. How old is he?
He is 42.
42, so we're similar age. And you guys, this is like your best friend, right?
Yeah. He lives in Texas.
So this is a good example. Now, guys, don't take any offense if I use language that you don't like. But if I was reaching out to my best friend like Kenny, what's up, I'd say, hey, what's up, you beautiful bastard? That's what I would say in the text. First line, and then I would say space. I said, listen, I got something I want to run by you. Let's grab a beer. We meet tomorrow or the next day. It would be so short and so sweet. I don't need to give any details. This is my best friend. Talk to him just like you talk to him. Does that make sense? So yeah. I want you to go ahead and send that. I want you to open up your text. What's up, brother? Or hey, you sexy bastard. Whatever you normally say to him. Say that. And then put a space. And say, listen, I got something I want to run by you.
I'm texting while we're talking.
Yep. And then now, is this somebody you'd normally get a beer with or a coffee or a phone call? Is he close by or what's the story?
He's actually out of state, but
okay, what about a Zoom meeting? You ever do a Zoom meeting with him?
Usually, we've done FaceTime.
Oh, Zoom's. Are you familiar with Zoom?
I mean, I'm on Zoom right now with you guys.
But I mean, how to use it, how to present?
I guess I have just the free version of it, so I think it's there's certain limitations on who you can have.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's got a 40-minute timeout. If you're comfortable, you could do a Zoom because you could actually play the video and watch it together.
In the Zoom chat?
Sure. Yep. If you're not comfortable, then you could do FaceTime, get them on the phone, and when you're on the phone, then you send them the video.
Okay.
What you don't want to do is just send him the video and then leave it up to chance when he watches it. You guys always want to be in control as much as possible of the presentation environment.
Right.
So the first year we were building this business, we didn't have Zoom, and I did them all this way. If somebody was out of state, I got on the phone. So I sent a text to book the phone call, and that's what you want to do. Book an appointment for a phone call with your friend. When you get on the phone call, I say, hey, man, listen, I'm going to send you a short video. Let me know when you get it. And I'm going to stay on the phone while you watch it. Right? That way we know he's watching it and we know what's going on. And depending on what you want to do, if you want to line me up to do the three-way call with that, we can do that. So if you find out you're going to meet, and any one of us could do this, by the way. If you find out you're going to meet him tomorrow at 3, reach out to me, Matt, Kenny, Russ, any one of us, and we can be available to help you explain this to somebody. Now, this may or may not seem awkward at first if you've never done it, and we have some ways to make it not awkward. When you're eating, now this is your best friend, so the easiest thing you can do is book the appointment 3 o'clock tomorrow. That morning, in the morning, I would reach out to him and say, hey, brother, we still good for 3 o'clock? When he says yes, I would say, listen, I got a business partner that knows a lot more about the compensation in this thing that I'm talking about. Would it be okay if I had him on the call? Ask permission. So several things are happening. He's either going to say yes or no. When he says yes, when it comes time to do the phone call, there's no awkwardness. He knows that somebody's getting on the phone call. Does that make sense? Now, we learned this by trial and error because the first times I was showing a business way back when I started, I got the coffee meeting, I opened up my laptop, we had a video, I played the video, I did everything right, and I'm like, hey, I wanna just call my business partner here and have him explain this. And it was like, whoa, who's this guy? What's going on? It was awkward. So I learned that if I can reconfirm the appointment in the morning, that's when I can introduce, would it be okay? I have a business partner or I have a friend. You don't have to say business partner. You can say friend. Whatever you think is going to relate more, that can help explain a little better, or that can help explain the compensation. See, whatever this business idea is, people want to know how we get paid. So the thing that worked for me in the early days is I would link it to that. I would neuro-linguistically link it to that thing. Why do they want to get on the phone with this person? This person can help explain the compensation. Does that make sense, guys? So anyway, I kind of went off on a rant there, but your text is short and sweet. Got something I want to run by you. Can we meet tomorrow at 3 or 4, line up a time, or actually in your case, it's a phone call, right?
Yeah. I already sent the text.
Yeah, just line it up and he may respond tomorrow morning. So thanks for role playing, because we went over a lot of different things there. So I want you guys reaching out to your best friends. Matter of fact, the very first person I reached out to was some of my best friends. That's who I want to do business with. That's who I want to work with, right? So you guys should be starting with the closest, warmest people, not Shaper or LinkedIn or
The beauty of having this.
Good.
Hey, Brian, it's just me again.
Sure.
The beauty of this too, Dan, and anyone else that's on here that has your own thing, you had to learn so much and practice so much to be in the business that you're in, to be good at what you do. The beauty of this is it can be your first day of school with this business, and you have someone you can reach out to and they say, yes, I'm available tomorrow at 9 a.m. to watch that video and, to listen to your friend. Think about that last part. It's not about, I got to study and make sure I know my back office and, and everything, about this business from A to Z. You don't. You press play, you let them watch it, and then you get your friend, your business partner on the phone. A business for yourself, but not by yourself, which is what I love about this.
Yep, that's 100% spot on. And another thing, guys, too, and the reason why we get on these trainings, because we can help you with the language. I never use the word video. I don't tell somebody I'm going to send you a video until I'm actually on the phone with them. And I just say I'm going to send you some information. I'm going to send you something. The reason why I don't use the word video is a lot of people relate that to old school network marketing. So I don't use the word opportunity. I don't tell them I'm sending a video. I have information or a PowerPoint or a webinar recording, right? So I'll just say, I got a business idea I want to run by you. Can we get on the phone here, here, here? Once we get on the phone, blah, 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 I'm going to send you a link. I say link, not video. and we watch it together, and then we get the business partner on the phone. So you'll have a lot more success that way. And we can do more of this stuff too. So another thing I want to highlight, step 9, I really want you guys to know the value. We have a 7 o'clock training. So Tuesday nights is the night that we've sort of dedicated towards building our business together. 7 o'clock is what we call a pace setter training. Mostly what we're doing is blitzing. It's a place for us to come together, hold each other accountable, and send out 20 or 30 invites, right? And we just work on the language. We set up 3-way calls. So that was the webinar that's before this one. Every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, we're going to do live fast start trainings just like this. And there'll be different people doing it. Next week, it's not going to be me. It'll be somebody else. So if you're in this business and if you want to get to pace setter and you want to make something of it, I would highly recommend to, at least initially, until you find a better way or you figure this out, plug into Tuesday nights. Make that Tuesday nights is off limits for everything else. If you or anybody in your team has to work on Tuesday nights, everything that we do is recorded and we send it out. So I don't want to exclude anybody, but we didn't want to do it on Friday nights or Saturday nights, right? And Monday nights, a lot of people are just the week starting. So Tuesday nights seem to be a really good night. Make sure you book it in your calendar. Don't bug your upline every week and you send me the link, right? It's your business. Put it in your calendar, be a professional, and show up. And then you can do the same thing. You can, as you're building your businesses, you can drive traffic, your sales force, to these trainings if you see the value and if you're getting a lot out of it. Other than that, guys, what you want to do is establish a minimum daily method of operation. My opinion, if you're trying to be a pace setter, if you're trying to secure that founder's commission, that corporate profit sharing, it's at least 10 people a day. Now, again, I do want to highlight that obviously Brett is more of an anomaly because of his background. He's a natural networker. He can send 5 texts and get 5 appointments. The end of the day, guys, I think you want to have, if you're going for pace setter, you want 5 appointments a week. I mean, there's no way around it. If you want that, that's where you got to be. It might take you 100 invites. It might take you 5. Then that's why you want to do this daily, right? I can spend 15 minutes and do 10 or 15 invites every single day. And then on a Saturday morning, I might spend 2 or 3 hours in my business. So, guys, that's the fast start training. I don't want to take really much more than an hour. Does anybody have any questions? You're brand new. Any questions whatsoever on anything that we went over? Everybody good? All right, so ideally, go ahead. Oh, I thought somebody had something. Ideally, guys, if you're working your business, you will have somebody on this fast start training next week, and you can attend it with them. If you're going to have somebody on the training, I always say attend it with them, even though you've seen this. That's why Russ is on the phone, right? So he has some people on. If you're going to bring somebody to this webinar, I would attend it, because eventually you may be leading these fast start trainings for teams of thousands of people. And it's a rush when you start to get into that role. So thank you, everybody, for attending. Hopefully you got something out of that. If you need me for anything, or Kenny or Matt, reach out to us.
Please.
We'll help you close deals. Gerardo, if you want to hook up that 3-way call, let me know. Dan, same thing with the civil engineer. Happy to help. And have a great night, guys, and God bless. We look forward to working with you all and really hitting some goals together.
Much appreciated.
All right, take care. Have a great night.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you.